it refuses to go away. It keeps coming back. And I mean, in fact, you could almost plot it on a 20 to 25 year cycle. Right? So, in fact, I think in one article, I describe corporatism as Sisyphus, as carrying the rock up the hill, never putting the rock on top of the hill so that the system remains corporatist, but you get near the top of the hill and then contradictions emerge, particularly between capital and labor. The stone rolls down to the bottom again, and then somebody picks it up and starts again, usually, of course, under the name of social contracting, social peace treaty as in Switzerland. But yes, it's still very much around.
For example, one German scholar, I don't call the name, said that corporatism would be now far away. We are now in the age of lobbying. What do you think about this?
Well, I mean, that's, I suppose, easy to say, but it's true. I don't use the concept of lobbying, but we have used the difference between concertation and pressure politics. I think that's what he's saying. So we are now in forms of democracy in which organized interests are not incorporated within the policy process, but act outside it and exert pressure, whether it's in the streets or whether it's on party finances or whatever it is. And that's I don't agree with that assessment, but that's the contrast. And I think there's a lot of concertation still going on. What has not been happening, and this is one reason why people make that kind of a statement, is the old-fashioned corporatism at the macro level, the Swedish, the Austrian, Norwegian, and even attempts in Germany, although never successful, Switzerland, for example, of these national pacts between capital and labor setting a series of parameters on macroeconomic policy. Nobody's making those anymore. The last, I think, were the Irish, and they, of course, have collapsed for other reasons, and there's no corporatism re-emerging in Ireland. But in places like the Netherlands, still in Switzerland, for example, Norway, Sweden off and on, Finland off and on, not necessarily at the macro level, now much more at the sectoral level. You do find this policy making by incorporating not just capital and labor now. You have consumers, women, youth, other kinds of categories being incorporated, and you work out some kind of negotiated compromise that sets parameters for that sector.